Good evening. I'm here, but I'm just organising a few bits. Oh, Ty, I'll be there in a sec. Hang on. Oh, it's all go. It's all go. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Right, I'm here. Oh, I didn't even put the thing on. Look, have a look. This is award winning. This podcast. Here we go. um, evening, everybody. How are we all doing? Welcome to BITESIZE. This is our Monday show of the award-winning long-run podcast, which we do every Friday. And this is our little cheeky Monday show where I get to hang out with you guys. If you're listening to this as a podcast, we record this live, so hopefully you all can light me up in the chat box and get involved with all that sort of stuff. Ask far away, ask questions, talk about, I don't know, the New York City Marathon, talk about running shoes, talk about running kit, ask coaching questions, whatever you want to talk about. I'm here for the next 30 odd minutes. Now, I have just had my dinner, threw that down, and 2 bags of crisps, which I didn't need, but I thought, you know what, we'll have them as well. So I'm probably going to be burping all the way through. We have got one unboxing to do. I'm not 100% sure what's in here, but we've got a box here to undo. It arrived today. Well, let's bring you up to speed on what's been going on. So we've had quite a few shoes come in, which is kind of cool. And we've got a new pair of shoes that I can't talk about as well, which is good. So that's great. They'll come out soon. And I've got a pair on sale, really, really cheap. I'm not going to tell you which pair they are because it's going to be part of a video, but just look out because there's some really good bargains out there at the moment. So I bought those to do for the channel. Thanks to everybody who watched the Oxford half marathon vlog. And thanks to everybody actually who shouted out, came up, said hello, said they like the channel, said they like the podcast, and all that sort of stuff. I really appreciate it. We absolutely destroyed this weekend all over the country, up and down the country, actually. It was amazing to see the club just everywhere. It was just crazy. I genuinely couldn't keep up with the Facebook posts, the Instagram messages, the comments on the YouTube video. I couldn't keep up with it all. It was just absolutely crazy, and I really appreciate it. Everybody for saying hi, and everybody who's out there flying the flag. So thanks to everybody for doing that. Thanks to all our YouTube subscribers. Thanks very much to all our YouTube members as well. Right, so where do we go? Okay, so on Saturday I was at the New Balance 1080 version 13 launch. I'm holding them up here to the camera. These are now a bit ruined, unlike somebody else's pair who will name nameless, but these are seen better days now. But yeah, so we put the video out on these on, was it Friday they went on sale? I can't remember, but this was one of the shoes that I've been talking about that I haven't been able to talk about. So yeah, this is I'm glad to finally be able to talk to you about this one, the 1080 version 13, which I think is the best version of the shoe that I've ran in, and that's not because New Balance gave me it. It makes no difference to me. This is just, I think, the best version of this shoe. So yeah, I would recommend, if you're a big fan of the 1080, that you check this out. I really like it. As I said in the video, I just like the softer feel to it, the lightness of it. Yeah, I just like the overall shoe. It's just one of those shoes, the 1080, that works for me. The version 12 was brilliant for me. I didn't mind the upper at all on it. Actually, I quite like the upper on it. I do have to go up half a size in these, so just be warned, if you're looking at the 1080, I do go up half a size. So these are UK 10. Hang on, something's just fallen off the desk. I fixed it. We're live. You can tell we're live. Brilliant. So yes, so there we go. So that's the 1080 version 13. If I'm holding them up on the podcast, if anybody's thinking about getting a pair, I can recommend them. Although they're not cheap, they're 160 quid, which is a lot of money. But you know, it is what it is. What else do we need to talk about? Oh yes, I can't remember now. This week on the channel we've got we've got quite a bit of stuff. Tomorrow we've got a winter running kit sort of video coming out, which is kind of interesting. That's from the guys from Start Fitness. They gave me a load of get up for the winter, so that's more of a thought-provoking video about the sort of stuff that I have, and whether you're thinking about what you need for winter training. Maybe it's your first winter training block. So that's out tomorrow. I'm going to try and get my thoughts down on the Adios 8 this week. Try and get that video out. I've also got a 100-mile review of the New Balance SC Trainer 2 coming this week. We've done well over that in those because obviously for New York training. And I've got to give a shout out to the guys that believe in the run. Thank you to those guys. If you missed their podcast last week, they gave us a shout out, which was really nice. So thank you very much to them. And obviously, an amazing opportunity they gave me to take me to New York with New Balance, which is kind of cool. So I'm very excited about that. That's all the plans are taking afoot for that. So that's going to be awesome. Let's have a look at what's in this box. So this is just nothing too exciting, to be honest with you. It's exciting for me, but it won't be exciting for you because I think this is going to be. Mind you, this is from. So this is a Skechers box, by the way. If you're watching this has come today. It's unusual for me to get stuff on a Monday, which is like I've said before on this show. You would have thought by now that the guys and girls would have learned that we're live on a Monday, and they'd stick the boxes. Last week we had, I think, 8 boxes at one point. Why not just send them to me and make sure they all get here on a Monday? Would make the most sense, wouldn't it? So yes, this is a box from Skechers, but this is a box from Skechers UK. So whatever's in here is going to be available in the UK. Hold tight. Let's get rid of this. Oh, nice. Nice. This works well because I like these. I'll show you what these are. Oh, these look banging. Right, we've got new pair Razor 4, but look at the colourway. It's like a white and silver colourway. I mean, perfect for winter, right? But look at that. Oh, I like them. Don't they look good? Yeah, I like them a lot. Okay, thank you very much, Skechers. But these must be available in the UK because these have come from Skechers UK. So I was going to say Archfit then, but the Razor 4 is a fantastic sort of tempo shoe. I really enjoy it. It's not everyday shoes the wrong word, but it's a good shoe that you can just just go out there and run like any sort of pacing. It's a really good shoe, and you can really lick along in it as well. So I'd recommend that. And I never say the prices on the box. No, I ain't got a clue how much though. But anyway, check them out. So that's the Razor 4. So thank you very much to the guys from Skechers. We like the Razor 4 on this channel. I had a really nice gold pair when they first came out. So nice to get a nice silver and white pair. I'll probably take them to Texas with me because we'll be doing some bits and bobs over there. So that'd be pretty cool. Right, so let's get on to you guys. Thank you very much to everybody for tuning in live. As always, this show only happens with you. So thank you very much. Good evening, Dawn, Bam Bam, Craig, Penny, Gav, Gary, thank you. Simon, loads of you. Right, so what's this one? So let's crack on with some questions. Should we dive into it, people? Glenn, so thank you very much, Glenn, for representing where you was this weekend. Hi all from Palma Airport, waiting for his flight home to Toulouse. Can definitely recommend the Palma Marathon, half and 9K. So there we go. So get yourselves over to Palma. And thanks very much for representing this weekend. Joe, what's this? Evening, Chris. Good to see you. Of course, yes, saw you twice yesterday. So how did you get on? Let me know how you got. You look strong when I saw you both times. It's always good to see a fellow 40 runner out on course. I love that. And again, thanks. So many people were saying hello yesterday. It was mental, which was great fun. Evening, Steve, Alf. Danny Shaw, hi, Fordy. Can you give my wife Lauren a shout out, who completed her first marathon in New York, 4:15? You hero, Lauren. Absolute legend. 4:15 at York. That is some going. I tell you what. Good for you. So big shout out to you, Lauren. My question to you is, what are you going to do now? Sign up for another one. You might as well, mightn't you? I mean, why not, right? Might you try and do one that's a bit flatter? Maybe. Mark Langhorn, good evening, Chris. Managed to get a PB at the Great South Run yesterday. Hour and 20 minutes, good lad. Yeah, the Great South Run, someone, I think it was one of the videos, I'm not responding to the comment yet, but was asking if I'd ever do the Great South Run. It is a race I'd love to do. It is, for me, a real pickle to get to, being where it is. But I would like to do it because the club does have a lot of runners who do it. So I would like to do it, but it's one of those that never seems to fall at a right time for me. Like, so for this weekend, I was in Oxford, bringing gear. I was in Oxford this weekend, filming that, doing that with the guys at the Oxford Half, which was amazing. So it always seems to be an event. Last year I was at the Amsterdam Marathon, and well done everybody who completed that. So there's always something that's on the same weekend. Although I would like to do it because so many of our guys and girls do it, and yeah, why not? Eh? What's this? Seamus. Evening all, General 50k ultra in the sunshine on Saturday for me. Blimey, that's hardcore. Well done anyway. Congratulations. Evening more of you is York Marathon Hilly. Yeah, there's a lump at the end, as far as I'm aware. Right, so George. Hello, George. First time at the Great South Run. Started running in February. Well done. Managed 1 hour. Jesus, you lot are a huge encouragement. Also need a replacement for my Meta Speed Sky Plus. Any recommendations? Get another pair. If it ain't broke, sort of thing. Maybe. The Meta Speed Sky is a funny old shoe. It promises so much, but I just was missing that secret sauce, and that's probably because it doesn't suit me, right? But I would say, I mean, Adios Pro 3, Natch. But the Meta Speed Sky Plus for me sort of sat between the Alpha Fly and the ADS Pro 3. Have you? I mean, you'd have to remortgage. Maybe the Endorphin Pro. That could just be one thing. So maybe the Endorphin Pro. And look, Andy Forrester Dean. I saw him yesterday. He broke his half PB. Oh, I think he ran 1:13 or something insane. But he ran them in the Endorphin Pro. So if you're, that quick, that shoe could maybe work for you. Something. But I think I'll start fitness there a little bit cheaper. And obviously you can use the code 40 runs. You're going to get 10% off there anyway. So you're welcome. But you can try them as well. Right. So what's this? Matt Nash. Have you decided what New Balance shoe will be on your feet on New York City race day? Is the right. So I don't know in terms of shoes. I was having a conversation with Thomas from Believe in the Run today, who's kind enough to be helping me with everything, and I just love him for that. And I love all the guys that Believe in the Run for doing this opportunity for me. So I don't know the exact shoe. We was discussing today, but I don't know the exact shoe that I'll be in. But I'm guessing it won't be the 1080 version 13. Although I ran the Oxford Half yesterday in that. I think I was it 1:43, 44, something like that. And the shoe felt great. I was trying to save the environment because I was carbon neutral. See what I did there? So that was a great shoe to run around there yesterday, and just proved again that a daily trainer can lick along 1:40 wherever it was is not hanging about for me. So the shoe performed exceptionally well. But no, I don't know the exact shoe that I'm going to be in. But I know obviously it'll be a New Balance shoe, and I really like the SC Trainer too, which I think you guys know now because I trained in them. You got the Elite, which I ran the big half in, really enjoyed that. 1080 I really like. The More is just great to soak up some of the easy stuff. So yeah, whatever it is, I don't really care. I'm not running a time in New York. I'm aiming to go an hour slower than I normally would. So I don't really care what I mean. To be honest with you, I'm just there for a good time and just taking it all in and making the most of what this fabulous opportunity that's being presented to me, really, more than anything else. So, right, what's this? Gary, this is what would your music of choice be for the flight over to New York? Probably Luke Combs at the moment. Really big into him. Although I'm not going to see him because I don't really like going to concerts and things like that. I like going to the theatre, but not going to concerts. Just too many people. Mick. Had a great time at the Manchester. We saw Mick on TV. Had lots of 40s also. And ran his fastest half. So was it a good course, the Manchester half? Is it a flat course? And he ran them in the Say Sky half tights. If you've not seen the video on Say Sky or on half tights in general, I did a video on men's half tights. I appreciate for you ladies. This is not anything that's very interesting. But yeah, I would definitely recommend half tights for race day. I think it's a game. It's been a game changer for me after Thomas gave me the confidence to run them, and I would thoroughly recommend you switching over to them. And I'm glad, Mick, that it worked out for you. Congratulations on your half PB. So, oh no, sorry, this year. Congratulations. Yes, it's TRE in Austin. I'm going to. Lindsay, I'm going to big trade show sort of thing in November. So at the end of November in Austin. So if you live in Austin, come along, say hi. Gary's back. I hope you're doing. How's the back and the training block going? So the back it's not brilliant, to be really honest. It's not brilliant. I wouldn't say I'm pain free. I still get niggles. I'm still struggling on recovery. I took today off. Normally I would run after on a Monday. And Monday's my usually easy day, but I took today off after yesterday, trying to manage the situation. I found some consistency at 35 miles in the training block since the injury, that I'm able to get 35 miles done between, let's say 30 and 40 miles, but 35 is about right. I find that doesn't flare up anything too bad. It's really hard. And funny enough, I was speaking to Si about this earlier on today. And you get to that point where you're second guessing yourself. I even spoke to Hayden about it. This is how much my brain's rattling around. When you're used to running at this period of time in the training block, different mileage, right? So I would have done 56 miles last week, and would have been tapering it down. It's very when you're so. It's not, so hopefully it doesn't come across big-headed, but when I'm I have been so consistent in training with my mileage and the runs that I'm doing, to have to adapt to something new, it's very challenging mentally to deal with it. But I've had to, because I haven't got a choice, because simply I then, if I start running too much, I'll get into pain, and I don't want to do that. Again, my goal this year has always been to run the New York City Marathon. I've done a PB in the marathon in London, which is great. I broke all my PBs. I've done new times this year. So again, I'm not racing times, but it's more of a measure of my fitness and how I'm improving as a runner. So New York for me was always the goal, to go around it and have the best time ever. So when that was threatened to not happen because of my back, I had to find a way around it, and I navigated that by doing limited miles. I ran the Berlin Marathon, and I ran it slow for me, but I had the best time. Ben and I had the best time. But I want to replicate that out in New York, and that feeling that I had. Obviously, it's a shame that Ben won't be there, or any of the other guys I usually run with, but that's life. I've got Hayden there, but he's going to be so fast. He'll hopefully be well finished before I crossed over the line. So it's been very difficult. I've really struggled with it in terms of not having my usual pattern of running and the consistency. But I've found that getting the 35 miles done every week has been a nice target to set myself and break it up and work that out. So let's see. I've got 18 miles. This will be my last long run. 18 miles on Saturday, with some of that at target pace. You're going to go, I didn't think you ran out, but I want to put some target pace through my legs, which is 8-minute miles for me. But that's not I've said it's target pace, but that's not my target. But that was my target pace when I ran London. So I like to put some faster stuff into the long runs. I just think it helps me. But look, as Simon rightly said to me today, what I do in terms of mileage now is irrelevant, because the aerobic base I have is there. All you can do really is lose it or injure yourself. Not lose it, but just lose it a fraction, but in the next 3 weeks. But just lose that sort of sharpness, even though I don't feel sharp. I generally feel pretty out of shape. Even though I'm still running 35 miles a week, I still feel pretty out of shape. But then, I proved it yesterday, ran 1:43, and you hopefully saw in the video I was in pretty good shape. So I think I've gone around that the long way. So sorry about that, Gary. 40. What's this? I'm about to enter my first marathon training block. Did my first half yesterday, 1:52. I know, you legend. What would be a recommendation for a big, soft, long run shoe, just comfy? Oh, there's so many. 1080 version 13, absolute beast of a shoe, because that can do everything, and you only need to then buy one, which is why I understand why it is £160. If you don't have £160, why not buy a Triumph 20, not 21, 20? You can pick them up cheap. That's an absolute joy to wear. So I think it's down to you and budget. I mean, if you don't care what you spend, then go and buy a Super Blast. It's the best marathon training shoe out there. If you need a little bit of stability, then go and buy the Kinvara Pro, which is an unbelievable shoe and one of the most misunderstood shoes of the year. So I think there's a couple of options there. Super Blast wins out every day of the week. But if you're looking for something a little bit more daily focused, then maybe the 1080 version 13 is a good shout. If you're on a budget, then maybe try and pick up a pair of Saucony Triumph 20s. I hope that helps. Does anybody else just for fun set a mileage challenge after they buy a new pair of rain shoes? I've set 1,000 kilometers. I don't, but it sounds like a good challenge. Go for it. Let me know how you get on. With your skills as a coach, I wouldn't say there's skills. Would you be able to write a 50-mile ultra plan for Good Friday 2024? Well, yeah, could do. Of course, can. We'll do anything you like. Just let me know. We write a lot of training plans. Very lucky. Write a lot of training plans. Keeps me busy. Keeps me very busy. The start of the York Marathon is downhill, and you hit the same hill. There we go. So yeah, I did think it was that they had a lump in it somewhere. Nathan, just wanted to say thank you for your advice on runner's knee several weeks back. Took a week off, was able to finish my training plan and just complete my first marathon at 4:08:53. Well done, Nathan. I'm glad we could help. I can't remember what the advice was, but I'm glad that you got through it and it worked out. So now the thing to do is once you've recovered from that marathon is to work and try and strengthen so that runner's knee never comes back. So work on some strength work for that as well. That'll help so you don't get it back. Joffy ran 1:39, so well done. His health hasn't been great, so well done for you, brother. Good for you. Well done. I say you look like you're having fun, which I think is the most important thing, right? That's the most important thing to everybody. Gemma, hi 40. After a more stable shoe for long, easy runs for marathon training. Currently using Guide 15s, very stable and not too narrow. But after something more cushioned as mileage increases, yeah, you've got the Puma Forever Run. That's a good shoe. The GT 2012 is probably the best stability shoe that I've run in. I've got to put some more miles into them. But the GT 2012 is probably the best stability or mild stability shoe I've run in this year. But it's definitely not as cushioned as the Puma Forever Run. Puma Forever Run is a more cushioned shoe. But I would definitely look at it. And you can pick them up pretty cheap as well, the Puma Forever Run. So have a look at those. That winter video was well timed. Yeah, funny that, isn't it? It's almost like we plan these videos to come out at certain times. I know we've got a winter running shoe video as well that we're doing. That's coming out, funny enough, soon as well. It's amazing, isn't it? Almost like we planned it. Elliot, I've had issues with my Endo Speed 2s with stability and knee issues. Now looking for I can get I would get the Boston 12. If you suffer with the Saucony Endorphin Speeds because they're unstable or, there's something in them that's not working for you, maybe it's the speed roll or something's a little bit too aggressive in the shoe, buy the Boston 12 from Adidas. It is the perfect tonic for that shoe. If you don't get on with the speed, buy the Boston 12. It's as simple as that. It's a phenomenal shoe. Absolutely phenomenal shoe. So buy that. Do you have back pain? No, it's the disc. It's the Dalton. It's the disc in my back. Oh yeah, it's a nightmare when flying out all the time. Oh no, it's definitely the disc in my back. I went to the chiro and we had all that confirmed. Hang on, I've missed a question out here. Sorry. Alf, I'll come back to the other one. You seem to try a lot of trainers. Not sure it's something to do messing with your back. No, it was definitely where I stayed on holiday. I know that for sure, 100%. So that's what done my back. It was where I was on holiday. Shoes is a good point. I do find with certain shoes that are too soft, they give, and I've done videos about this before. I get when I start overpronating. That's why I can't run in the Invincible from Nike. That got me injured, that shoe. So that plays havoc with me. So if a shoe is too soft or the foam, the compound just doesn't work for me, it's too unstable or whatever, then that's when it plays up in terms of the number of shoes that I'm running in. But yeah, I would I take on board what you're saying, but it's definitely the bed that I slept in on holiday, or lack of bed, let's call it. Mark, hi 40. I have my first marathon soon in Auckland, Hero. What would you recommend following the first marathon? How long until next? Just repeat the same training block or approach. All right, hang on. I have my first marathon soon. What would you recommend following the first marathon? How long until the next? Just repeat the same training block. I think so you're doing one and then you're asking how long you should leave it to the next one. Um I mean, I'm a big believer really. You don't need to be doing multiple marathons a year. I mean, this is just this thing that because I think pandemic, everyone's gone running mad and now everyone's doing loads of marathons. It doesn't help when you see loads of people in like our sort of Facebook groups and Instagrams, everyone's going out smashing marathons. You don't need to do more than one a year. You don't even, Um, I would pick one that you can peak for. Is what I would do. I would look and sit back and go, right, my year looks like this. I've got a certain goal that I want to achieve, whether it's to complete the marathon in a slightly quicker time, or because you want to complete it before a charity, or you want to run a fast half, but you feel like actually um, doing a marathon training block and building some real endurance in will help you. So I think it depends, but I think you want to ultimately what really we should look to do is peak once a year. Um, and then what you'll find is everything else takes care of itself, which is what happened to me on the back of London. I sort of peaked for London, and then all the other times and all the other efforts took care of themselves. My overall fitness improved so much that I was able to then take times down, which is I suppose the way you measure it. Um, so yeah, I would pick one race or one target goal and then build that. So and whatever that is in terms of however long between it doesn't really no, it doesn't really matter, but it's the importance to have one focus on one goal and then you build everything around it, and then that's how I would work personally. Yeah, I don't know if that came out right or wrong. I'm a bit tired. Really enjoying the Boston 12s. What's this about Amsterdam? On the way back from Amsterdam, fantastic marathon. Yeah, I can't recommend the Amsterdam. Funny enough, I was just talking to someone about it. The Amsterdam Marathon a lot. I can't recommend it enough. Sorry, it's a fantastic European event. It feels like a major because you start in the Olympic Stadium and it's just absolutely buzzing. They've got the DJ in there and it's just hyping everybody up. I think it's fantastic to start on an athletics track. I think that's always awesome, and then finishing coming back into the stadium and the roar of the crowd, and it really builds. It's like a crescendo as you come out of the park and then you head towards the stadium. It's like a crescendo noise, and then as I say, you come into the stadium and it's really pretty epic stuff. You run out and along the canals, which is kind of cool. So something different to some of your road-based, city-based marathons. Where you're literally running around the cities and things like that. It's really nice to run along the rivers and the canals and out in Amsterdam. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so I would really recommend Amsterdam. I mean, the flight for me was like 35 minutes. Brilliant. It took longer to get to the airport and get through the airport than I did. I was in the air. So yeah, I can't recommend Amsterdam. Now, again, I would like to go back and do the half marathon actually, because I think that'd be quite a fast half marathon to do. I'd really like to get my hands on that one and have a go at that. Yeah, I just yawned. I'm so tired, you won't believe it. Had a really, really, really busy weekend. And the video for that will come out Sunday. The launch event took you behind the scenes of the launch event, then took you to the Oxford Half as well. Right, Ollie P, good to see you. Briefly passing on one of the outer backs. Awesome. Managed a PB of 141 in part thanks to some advice you gave about 6 months ago on returning from 6 months injured. So thank you. Oh, blimey. Okay. Your small bits of advice make a long-term difference to us. Oh, thank you very much, Ollie. I really appreciate it. And congratulations on that, PB. It's a good course to go at it. I think it's narrow in places. Oxford, if you don't know what we're talking about, it's narrow in places, but it's a good track to have a good run out. I think it's a good time in the calendar. I think for some, if you're not, again, marathons aren't the end of the world. People don't have to run all these marathons everybody talks about. So to have a good half at the end of the year, I think it's a good target. Hang on a second. What's that? I need to fix my chair, by the way. If anybody knows of a good chair, let me know that I'm not going to have to remortgage because this one keeps lowering itself. But yeah, so I think it's a good goal to have at the end of the year. Is like a half marathon, a faster half. You know, maybe it's not as intense to train through the summer. Um, you know, waiting to try and do like, oh, I got to do another marathon. The marathons aren't the end of the world, you know, so you don't have to do one. So maybe train for a faster half over the summer. You don't have to do the bigger miles. You're not out there in the heat for all that time. And then you can do like a nice 12-week block over summer and then like crush through a half. And that gives you some fitness then to take into next year. So that's a good way of doing it. You know, you could do something, whoever's talking about, you could do like a spring marathon if this is the way you want to do it. Again, marathon's not the end of the world, right? But you could do like a spring marathon, take the fitness, run it through to summer, crash some of those 5K, 10Ks, have summer, like not off, but you can wind it down a bit. Then you go again, 12-week plan, do a nice half around this sort of time of year, and then take that fitness into a marathon training block. See what I mean? It's a great way of building a year. And I would recommend that, you know, building out your year. Like I just said to, I can't remember who it was who was asking the question, but, you know, picking that A race, picking that one target of the year, and then effectively building your whole year. Now that could literally be catch the 5K. I'm gonna do my 5K on X, Y, and Z, and you build back from that. So it doesn't necessarily have to be these big races, these big distances. It can be something as simple. See, this chair's gone down again. Did you notice that? If you're watching live, did you see? Look. Um, sorry about this if you listen to this on the podcast. But yeah, he's building that. He's building that whole plan. Again, it's about being planned and finding that consistency in your training. That's the key to this running malarkey. Is to be able to be consistent in your training. It will help with injury prevention. It will help with the whole way you train, and just you'll slowly but surely increase your fitness and get faster. Honestly, it's the most important thing is to be consistent in running. It's the key, and it'll also help you with what's going on up in your head as well. That really helps, I find, as well. So yeah, so look, I think I'm going to leave it there. I am so tired tonight. The weekend has really caught up with me. It was a bit of sort of fast weekend on Saturday. Saturday was a lot of fun, but it was busy. Then I stayed up way too late and watched the boxing, which was a complete joke. And I can't believe I stayed up and watched that rubbish. And I ended up getting about 5 hours sleep on Saturday night to get up to go to Oxford because I thought me and Spico, who, as we know from the video, likes to travel, and we'll be doing more of that coming up soon. But we can't say anything about it in case Hayden's listening. But we didn't realise how far Oxford is from us. We didn't even think about it. We just thought we thought Oxford was about half hour away. And then we realised it was like an hour and 15 minutes. So we kind of dropped it there. So we had to get up super early on Sunday, and it was bleeding freezing. And yeah, so then we went and done Oxford. Then I came back, and then I had some bits to do at home. So yeah, it was just, and then obviously back at work. So just really tired today. So I don't know if everyone else is feeling like that, but yeah, I'm trying to concentrate on me this week. I'm going to try and get a bit organised. Got some filming to do, get some videos organised. So I'm ready, so I can not take November off, but basically I'm not going to be about much in November. As you know, I'm out in New York, and I'm back, and then I'm in Texas, and then basically there's December, isn't it? And I've got a busy December. So yeah, where do you start? All right, where do you stop, Ian? Okay, right. So look, thanks everybody. I really genuinely appreciate you tuning into this every week. I know some weeks it's terrible, some weeks it's all right, but I really do appreciate you tuning into this live. Thank you very much if you're listening to this as a podcast, our little award-winning podcast that we have. So thank you very much for taking us out on your run. I really, again, appreciate it very a lot. If you've not joined the club and you know what I'm talking about, and you're in the UK, it's free to join. If you're not in the UK, it's still free to join, and you can be part of our global run crew or our trail crew. Everybody's welcome to join. It's free to join. No barrier to entry. So make sure you get involved with that. Yeah, like I say, we've got a busier week on the channel this week with some stuff coming out. We've got some shoe reviews coming your way. As I said, I'll try and get the Adios 8 video done as well. Watch out for the video on Sunday. Yeah, and that's it, guys. So again, thanks very much. I really appreciate it. I'll hopefully see more of you soon. Where's the thing? Oh, am I on Friday? Yeah, I think this Friday I'm on. It's the following Friday I'm not on. So yeah, I've got no idea what we're talking about on Friday on the long run show, but no doubt it'll be fun as always. So thanks very much, everybody. I shall catch you next Monday. Oh, actually, I'll catch you next Friday, and I'll see you back here at Monday at 8 o'clock at our usual time. Catch you later.